Now I'll explain you. Ready? Okay, fine. Now I'll explain the concept of the drop downs. Okay, let me go to this site. Go Indigo. Okay, now in this site we will see how we can handle drop downs. Okay, in today's session we'll see how we can handle drop downs. For that, Selenium guys has came up with the class called select. Okay, you know, right, how to create a class, I mean how to create an object for the class. So one thing is sure, if you are going with class, first of all you need to create an object for that class, and select is one class which will be helpful for us to handle drop down stuff. Okay, let me explain. Just observe and just go through the session. By the end of the topic you will get an idea. Okay, just see what I'm doing. I'll create a class. Right, this is the syntax of the class, right? New, to create an object for the class. This is the class name, and if I say new, this is a memory allocation operator. This will create space for an object of that class, and the name of that object is ABC. And this is not pointing to any WebDriver. This is pointing to that select class only. So that's the reason I have pre-qualified it with select. So this is how we create an object for the class. In this situation, ABC is the object for the class select, and this is not a constant. You can use anything, as I discussed in earlier classes. Anything you can go with. I'll go with AB. Fine. So I have created object for select class. The reason for that is to handle the drop downs, we will use the select class. You are getting red line here. Move your mouse and it will give some fix. It says import select org.openqa.selenium. Click on it. That package got imported and error gone. Even here. Okay. Now we need to pass argument here. Okay, what argument we need to pass? What drop down you are going to check? So for example, I am interested in this drop down. I want to click something from this drop down. First of all, take the address of this drop down. Okay, so how you will take the address? Same as usual. Click an element and drop it here. You will get XPath of that drop down. Basically an address. Okay, so find element, this is the next path. Okay, now what this step does, this step saying driver to find an element with the XPath having this. So my mouse will point out here, right? After pointing, I will take this into one variable, address. Okay, the address of this location after finding, I'll take it into one variable. See, just listen what I'm trying to tell. Move your, it says red mark, you have to, this is an web element, right? So that's the reason I'm prefixing with web element. See, in Java, if you write a equals to 4, you will definitely throw an error, because you have to declare a variable for this type of for this variable. A is an kind of variable, but at the same time you need to give it type. What is that variable? Is that integer or string? Then error will go. if you don't declare the type of that variable, it will throw an error, right? In the same way, even here it valid. If you don't give web element, if you leave like this, it will throw an error, because it is asking, yes, you have declared one variable and the value in that variable is address of that drop down, but what is the type of this variable? Okay, so what type it is? This is an web element, right? Whatever present in the web page are nothing but web elements. So web element is the type. This is the variable. So you need to come with an type for this. Then only the error will go as per Java instructions. So type is web element. Okay. You are getting red line here. Move your mouse. It will ask to import web element. That package got imported and error gone. Now in the address variable we have this drop down XPath. Okay, copy this variable and place it in the class as the argument. Yes, now object AB of the select understands that, yes, it understands two steps. Number one, I am the object of the select class, that means I need to handle the drop downs. Number two, I got address of variable as an argument, so that I know where the drop down was present on the web page. Cool, got it? If you don't give that variable where your drop down is pointing to, then object will know only that I'm going to handle drop down, but it don't know what drop down it should handle. So that's the reason first I pointed out my object here. Okay, I have taken it into one variable, and that variable I am throwing it here. Right, now AB have an access to handle that drop down. AB dot, now see, if you now you can handle drop down with the help of this object AB. See this object AB dot, see that you have many values: select, deselect by visible value. We'll start with the basics. Select by visible text. This method says select any option from drop down with an visible text what you are able to see. Okay, select by visible text. Open the select any visible text here. Goa. Okay, I'll say Goa. Fine. Right, I'll run now. It should open the website. It should select Goa from drop down. See, I did not do any magic. It's very simple. There is a class to handle drop downs in Selenium, that is select. As an argument, you need to pass an address of the drop down which you want to make a manipulation. So I have taken the address and thrown it into address variable and passed that argument into this, so that now the object of class select class understands and ready to perform operations. And don't mug up the things select by visible text and all. Just give AB dot, everything will come. Select your desired one. Even I don't remember all this stuff. Okay, I'll just select at the on the spot by choosing what to select. So right now I have selected select by visible text. This method is saying select the option with an visible Goa, the text should be visible as Goa, then go and select on it. Okay, it's user friendly, right? Even you can understand by just reading the text. So it will check for visible text having Goa. Once it found, it will select it. As it got selected, it will display in the drop down. So that's the concept. Now I'll run and show you. It will take time to open Firefox. See that? See, Goa got selected. Did you observe? Before it was origin in the drop down, but now it got changed as per our scripting. because we have asked to select by visible text with this item. Okay, and now we'll see other step. We dot select by index. It says by number. See, this is 0 index, 1 2 3. If I say select by index 3, it should select Bangalore. Okay, so once I run program again, first it select Goa and then followed by 0 1 Bangalore, it will select. Next, I'm showing you how many ways you can select an option from the drop down. You can go with select by visible text directly by giving the text, and if you know the index where exactly it lies, because there may be requirement at your side that the fourth requirement should be the Bangalore every time. So that's what your test case. As alphabetic order, Bangalore should come on the 4th place, and that you need to check. Then you can go with an index. Select by index. If you give 4th one, that will get selected. Okay, and if your requirement says Goa text should be present, then you can go with this. Select by visible text Goa. If this text is present, then it will select. If the text itself not present, then test case will fail. Fine. So these are the two methods available for you to select an option from drop down, but still you have many. Let's see. AB dot. So come to these all are deselect, but I think deselect feature is not there for this. Once we select, that's all. There's no kind of deselect, right? You have some drop downs where you can select multiple and as well as you can deselect them later, but for this website you don't have that feature, so we are going with select methods. Yeah, there is one more, says select by value. Right, let's see what is this. When you spy here, okay, you get one HTML properties, but you see so many options are present in the drop down. There is only a single line. Click on this, open, expand this, you get everything. Bhubaneswar, Chandigarh, Chennai, Coimbatore. See, these are all the places, right, where we have seen in the drop down. See, all these are present here. What I did, I just clicked on here and I got this blue line highlighted. I expanded that. I got all the option. Now, for example, for Mumbai, this is the value called BOM. Fine. Copy this value, come back to Eclipse and say select by value. This is my value. Okay. So when this step got executed, Selenium will see that which have the BOM as a value, and it will find the Mumbai is the option which has the value BOM, and it clicks on it, and Mumbai will get pre-populated on the drop down. It will get populated here. Mumbai will get clicked because we are saying click on the option which have the value as BOM. So this is also other method you have where you can click, where you can select option from drop down. Totally there are three ways. One, you can go with directly visible text by seeing that. One, you can go with index, and one you can go with even value by coming to the code. Now for Lucknow, LKO is the code. If you use LKO like AB dot select by value LKO, then Lucknow will be clicked, because for LKO value Lucknow is the option available. Fine. So now let me comment out the first two, and so if you give double slashes, it will get commented out and it will not, test case, this step will not run. Okay, now it will just open the page and it should select the Bombay. I am giving by value. Okay, run and see. So clear, right? How you can handle drop downs in Selenium? Interview question says that there is a class called select by which you can handle the drop downs, and will pass address of the drop down as an argument to the select class. and the methods available is select by visible text, select by index, or select by value. There are still many, but choosing an option from drop down, these three are mainly used. And yeah, see that Mumbai got selected. So you can explore. Okay, click on AB dot and see what still more are present. This is called deselect. This is select, right? If you click this deselect, the option will be deselected. But that feature you don't have in this particular site, selection and deselection. And it will give, say, if there are multiple options, if you say get all selected options, it will display what all selected. That this scenario we will see in coming classes if there is any site where we get that option. And you see is multiple in the sense whether this drop down have a flexibility of selecting multiple options at a time or not. See, now I want to select Bangalore and Mumbai together. Is it possible? No, because this drop down is allowing only single select at a time. So this method says is it multiple, whether is it allowing a multiple options to select at a time or not, it will give. So if I give this, say, and this returns, I've written system dot, see, if it is multiple options select, I mean that feature is there, it will return true. If not, it will return false. In our case, it should return false because it's not multiple. It's asking is multiple method gives you Boolean return type. Boolean in the sense either true or false. If it is multiple option drop down, then it will return true. If not, it will return false. Now when I run this, it should return false because it selects only single option at a time. We'll select Mumbai and see that in output you have seen false. That means this drop down allows only single option. Right? Just explore that. Click on dot and check what else you have.